The weather has guided and shaped human activity throughout our history. From agriculture to fishing, the weather has told us when to move and when to be still. But the weather is changing. The science is clear. We have to cut our carbon emissions drastically in the next decade. If we continue business as usual without taking climate action, extreme weather events caused by a changing climate will irreversibly alter how we live our day-to-day lives. Extreme heat kills. Prolonged heat waves, a consequence of the climate crisis, are beyond what people can cope with. The same goes for plants and animals. In Africa, average temperatures are rising faster than the global rate.
I have seen how much the climate crisis has affected the people in my community, in my country, and in the African continent. With the rising global temperatures, the African continent faces a risk of changing and disruption of weather patterns, hence bringing about shorter and heavier rainy seasons that cause flooding and longer and hotter dry spells in many parts of the continent.
African countries are expected to become more urban and less climate resilient. The lack of trees in city centers means no shade, increased temperatures, and less capacity to endure floods. Flash floods destroy infrastructure and leave already vulnerable communities more exposed.
In the Sahel, climate change destroys our crops, our homes, but also families who are the victim of forced migrations.
We have already seen locust swarms destroy an entire season's harvest in Eastern Africa. The swarms in Kenya in 2020 are the worst they have been in 70 years. Human-made climate change creates the perfect conditions for more swarms to thrive.
But Africa, it's not only the most impacted continent. It is the continent of millions of citizens determined to stop climate change, to move away from fossil fuels, who will stand up to protect our forests and our biodiversity from industrialized agriculture.
Billionaire classes hoarding the commons and wealth of African countries means fewer resources to go around, which may lead to increases in violence and conflict. We need governments to protect the people they are charged with. We need an immediate just transition towards renewable energy. We need global change inspired by local action.
The climate crisis is affecting many lives. It is destroying livelihoods. Our leaders must do something about this.
Stand with us. Fight for the future. Fight for all our futures. Call on your government to declare a climate emergency.